When we discuss the polar system, r theta system, then normally positive r works. If we talk about circle, for example, we can even say r is the radius of the circle. So if we say a is positive, then xy can be negative also depending on theta due to the behavior of cos and sine. However, when we talk into further depth as far as polar system is concerned, r theta system is concerned, then we have the concept of directed distance. I am coming to the problem of the previous class. I am laying down some background for that. So we come to the concept of directed distance, in which we treat r as position vector, just vector, which can have minus value, meaning opposite direction. Minus value simply means opposite direction, like vector r. Minus vector r has opposite direction to vector r. This is the concept of directed distance. Now we can discuss that problem. If I remember correctly, this was a problem. R equal to a cos 4 theta. This had to be traced, and then area of one loop had to be found out. Now, when r is maximum, when cos 4 theta is 1, and when cos 4 theta is 1, when 4 theta is 0, when 4 theta is 2 pi, when 4 theta is 4 pi, when 4 theta is 6 pi, when 4 theta is 8 pi, in one full circle 0 to 2 pi for theta, 4 theta can go from 0 to 8 pi. When theta is 0, r is a. When theta is 90, r is a. When theta is pi, r is a. When theta is 3 pi by 2, r is a. 2 pi and 0, they are one and the same, these two angles. So I can strike out the last thing. But when r is negative, then when will it happen? Pi by 4. When theta is pi by 4, r is minus a. Apply the concept of directed distance. Pi by 4 line would be this line. So when we say minus a, it simply means that reverse the direction. So I should not put a dot here. I'm just showing it right now. I should not put a dot there, but reverse the vector. So let's reverse the vector. I have rotated it by 180 degrees. Done. That's pi by 4. Now it does not look like pi by 4, by the way. See what it looks. It looks like that angle. So this is the application of directed distance concept. Now we have done some problems earlier, and there also this concept can be applied. But let's first complete this. Pi by 4, then how about 3 pi by 4 here? 3 pi by 4 means 4 theta is 3 pi. Again minus 1. Minus 1 means directed distance will be reversed. So 3 pi by 4 point would have come here, but it is minus 1. So it must be reflected by 180 degree. Like this. After 3 pi by 4, then pi. How about 5 pi by 4? 5 pi by 4 means cos of 5 pi. Again minus 1. Now 5 pi by 4 may look like this point, but it is not correct, because r is coming out to be minus a. If r is minus a, one has to take it on the opposite side, 180 degree. So that point would be here. That point is r minus a theta 5 pi by 4. And this point is minus a pi by 4. Okay. Then after 5 pi by 4, are we going to have any other point where cos is minus 1? How about 7 pi by 4? How much is cos 7 pi? 9 pi by 4 has crossed 2 pi. We are discussing from 0 to 2 pi. How about 7 pi by 4? Cos of 7 pi is minus 1, isn't it? So we will get this angle but minus a. This angle but minus a means it will not be this point, but it will be 180 degree apart this point. So let me put a dot there. So that point is minus a comma 7 pi by 4. So I hope you understand every single point that we have discussed. What coordinates does it have? We started, I think, from this one. It has r of a, theta of 0. Then we discussed this one. It has r of a, theta of pi by 2. Then we discussed this one. It has r equal to a, theta equal to pi. Then we discussed this one. R equal to a, theta equal to 3 pi by 2. These 4 we discussed. Then we discussed 4 more. They were, first was, I think, this one. Then second was this one. Third was this one. Fourth was this one. Till now, if you have any questions, then let me know. Now if this is okay, then let us start joining the curve. Okay, so can we proceed now with plotting? At theta 0, and this, there must be a point where r is 0. Do you agree with this? Between this point and this point, or between this angle and this angle, there has to be a point where r is 0. It's not difficult to find that. Just see when cos 4 theta is 0. When and when cos 4 theta is 0. In fact, I can write down at the top. When and when cos 4 theta is 0. Let's look at that. Can you tell me different angles for which cos 4 theta is 0? Okay, I can see pi by 8. Pi by 8 means 4 theta is pi by 2, yes. Next. Three pi by 8. 3 pi by 8 means cos 4 theta is 3 pi by 2, yes. Then 1 pi by 8, 3 pi by 8. Next, let's check for 5 pi by 8. 4 times of that. Well, we can see the pattern now. Pi by 8, 3 pi by 8, 5 pi by 8, 7 pi by 8, 9 pi by 8, 11 pi by 8, 13 pi by 8, then 15 pi by 8. What will be the last fellow? Last one, so that we don't cross 2 pi. I think it should be that one only, 15 pi by 8. Because 17 pi by 8, 17 pi by 8 will overshoot the limit of 2 pi. Right? So, you can clearly see that between these two lines, I mean this line and this line, between these two lines, there is a point where r is 0. And you will also see between these two, that is this line and this line, there is a point 15 pi by 8 where cos is 0, 4 theta is 0. That means r is 0. So I have to reach A, but I have to go 0 also. That means the loop I will get would be like this. I have to reach A, I have to reach back 0. Something like this type of loop. Looking too fat. Like this. Everywhere it will be the same story. I have to reach 1, I mean maximum length, but I have to start from 0 and again come back to 0. This is the maximum between two zeros. So that means another thing would be like this. And likewise here, I have to reach 1, but I have to reach 0 in the close left and also on the close right. That means I have to go like this. Please note these are smooth curves. Cos is a smooth function, so I can't lift my pen. Theoretically I can't. Okay, it's little bit crossing. I think you understood the idea, so I can draw it in a quicker way, quicker and a different way. First I can make an 8. One would be like this. And the other one would be like this. This. So 8. Somewhat like a flower. 8 you will find loops. Any questions at this point? If you have, then let me know. Looks like no questions. Now when we do the area calculation for one loop out of 8, then half integral r square d theta. Can you tell me what should be the limits? From where to where? I can see a few answers. There can be different answers because somebody may consider one loop, somebody may consider another loop. So there may be various answers. Zero to something does not look like good idea to me. No loop starts from 0. Theta 0, if you say half of loop, yes. So if you want to say 0, then you should say 0 to pi by 8, but 0 to pi by 8 will be the half of this loop, which I am going to shade right now. This, in fact, I am shading only the half. Look at this. This would be 0 to pi by 8. At pi by 8, r was 0, right? So when we started from theta equal to 0, we got r equal to a maximum. Then as we increased theta, and when we reached pi by 8, we got 0. So half of it would be 0 to pi by 8. So you can simply double it and you will have your answer. Can you do it quickly? I think you have the answer already. I can see a few answers and they are matching with the answer that I have. Pi a square by 16 square of the unit.